course. What is going on, chat? Starting up the stream. Hey, and we're live. Let's go. All right. So, in this stream, I'm going to be talking about what is killing your gains, how to fix it, how to actually lock in. But first, let's wait for a couple people to join in here before I start the live, before I start diving in. But if you've been doing cardio and you're confused on what's wrong, like why you're not getting the results, why you're not losing enough belly fat, this is why, and I'm going to break it down exactly what you need to do, the best type of cardio, and not wasting your time spinning your wheels. Because yeah, I've been that guy doing the cardio, not getting any results, and just, bro, getting pissed off because yeah, it sucks to do all this work and then struggle and not get the results. So let me break it all down right here. Let's go. Let's see how this live is looking. Perfect. Okay. Let's go live on TikTok now. Wish I could see the chat here. Let's see. I'm really liking these. Let's see. Perfect. All right. Yeah, this is active. Let's go. Let's freaking go. All right, we're starting now. We're diving in. We're diving into why cardio could be killing your gains. Because here's what I did. Okay. When I started out lifting, trying to get in shape, I was used to jog for hours. I used to think jogging was going to be the best way to get the results. No. Not ideal. I was starving myself thinking I could earn my six pack that way. I was drenched in sweat, legs shaking. I didn't even like running. I was just doing it because I thought that was the best way to, get in shape. And the worst part, well, I had to pay the price. I was killing my gains from doing all this jogging. But when I finally locked in, switched things around, did a better type of cardio, that's when I got better results. So let me show you what actually works. I remember the day I looked in the mirror, jogging for hours, barely eating, and I thought, why do I look worse? That's what I was thinking. Why do I look worse? Why is my physique getting worse? That's what I was thinking. Then I realized that 90% of people are doing it wrong. Drop in the chat, who's ever done endless cardio? Who's ever done endless cardio and then still look skinny fat? Drop in the chat how much cardio you do, or how much lifting you do. Because some people do a lot of cardio and they end up in the skinny fat stage still, and it could be because you're overdoing it and not doing enough weightlifting. What can I do for my abs? Well, you want to do the right type of cardio, and that's what I'm talking about in this video, in this live stream. Breaking down the best cardio for fat loss. Because if you want to get a six pack, it's not going to come from a fat burning belly workout, right? Those videos where they say 5-minute workout and you'll lose your love handles, doesn't work. Yo, what's going on, Jordan? What type of cardio have you done, or what are you doing right now to get abs? Your diet will play a huge part as well. Eat double the protein amount of your body weight. You don't need to do that much. You don't need to do double the protein. Really all you need is 1 gram of protein. You could do 1.2 grams of protein. When you're cutting, that's going to be ideal. Stairmaster and crunches, yep. So that is good. That is good to do the Stairmaster. That's a good machine. It's not too intense on your body. So I would keep doing that for sure. 30 minutes of cardio daily is nice. It's not necessary. You don't even actually need to do cardio. But if you like eating more food and you want to improve your cardiovascular endurance, yes, doing 30 minutes of cardio is going to be awesome. Okay, Jay, you're doing 1850 calories. You're 6 feet. You're 175. Let's see. Let's see what the calculator says here. That sounds good. It sounds like, you know, you're in a pretty intense deficit, though. I will say that. So let's see. Yeah, I mean, you could probably bump that up. You're cutting. If you're losing more than 2 pounds per week, that would probably be too much. Jay, the thing I would recommend is prioritizing weightlifting. Are you doing weightlifting right now? And if you are, how is your strength in the gym? 5'8", eating 2,000 calories, hitting 180 grams of protein. Is that good? Depends. What weight are you? Are you 180 grams? Are you 180 pounds? It all depends. Like, where is your progress going? Is it stalled out? Has your weight plateaued? And if it has, you might want to drop down the calories. 15 incline, 3.7 meet. Yep, that's pretty solid. What you really want? Well, I'm gonna drop the sauce right here. What you really want? All you guys, if you're not already, you should cop an Apple Watch if you don't have one. Because the best type of cardio, I'm gonna drop it right here, for fat loss, is zone 2 cardio. Look at this. Zone 2 cardio. And the way you can find the zone 2 cardio is going to take, so it's 220 minus your age, and then what you want to do is multiply that by 0.6 or 0.7, and that is going to equal the heart rate you need. There we go. This is the formula to find the zone 2 cardio. And this is the best type of cardio that you would want for fat loss. It's very low impact, very low intensity. You're doing 30 minutes of cardio every day. Good stuff, him. Good stuff. You're locked in, bro. You're 150 pounds, 5'8", 1,900 calories, 130 grams of protein. What's been the biggest challenge so far? Like, are you seeing results from doing that? Are you losing weight consistently, or is your weight plateaued? Because that sounds like a good plan with what you got right now. That does sound like a good plan. But what's been the biggest challenge with dropping body fat? Cade, you're 5'8", 2,000. Yeah, Cade, how much do you weigh? Oh, you said you're 190? That's pretty ideal. Are you tracking your weight? How much weight have you been losing, would you say, each week? That's going to be a super crucial aspect. You're definitely seeing results, reaching protein goal while hitting 1,900. Hey, let's go. Yep. Then keep doing what you're doing if you're getting the results. Hi, you got a question? What's your question? What is your question? And that's the one thing I like to say. If what you're doing is working, keep doing it. Do it works. Do it you've seen the results from. You don't need to switch things up if things are already working. People sometimes get too ahead and they want to drop too much weight too fast. You're a footballer. You're 5'6". Should I bulk? Kilo. Let's see. Depends how lean you are. So if you're 50 kg, what? That's 123. Oh, absolutely, bro. Judging from those numbers, I would assume that bulking is going to be the best option. If you're a lean guy, definitely want to bulk up. Is losing 2 pounds a week mean I'm losing 2 muscle or just fat? I'm 6 feet. Started at 193 down to 188. Let's go. Good stuff, Marvin. Now, does that mean you're losing too much muscle? Depends. How is your strength in the gym? Have you gotten weaker? How is your sleep? If you're getting bad quality sleep and you're getting weaker in the gym, could mean you're getting weaker, and that mean you're cutting too hard. But if you find that your strength isn't taking a hit too much, you're doing good, then the 2 pounds per week can work if you're not noticing any bad side effects. But I would watch out if your strength is dropping too fast. And how long have you been cutting for, Marvin? Should I bulk to 60 kg? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You could get to 60 kg in like a couple months for sure if you start dialing it now. What do you need the most help with? R7M7. What do you need the most help with? What do you think you need to get to that one 60 kg mark? For like 2 weeks? Renewing it for 2 weeks? Oh damn. So you dropped that much weight in 2 weeks? That is ridiculous. Or have you been going for longer? That is pretty solid, man. Just notice, just like, watch out for your strength in the gym. Watch out for your strength. Okay, so you burn too many calories. What you're going to need is to eat even more food. And if any of you guys are curious, you want a full nutrition guide on the best foods for losing fat, building muscle, shoot me a DM on Instagram. That's going to be the best way I can send you over my nutrition guide. And if you have any other questions, Instagram is the way to go. Because, yeah, not only do the calories matter, but the quality of food matters too. You want to have both, but I don't think you need to eat chicken, rice, and broccoli. I think you need foods that you genuinely enjoy so you can stick to it long term. That's what it's about, the sustainable progress. Because who wants to lose 30 pounds and then gain it right back? If your plan doesn't work for that long term, then maybe it's not the best plan. That's what I realized. Because I was doing endless cardio, still looking skinny fat. Should I lean bulk or dirty bulk? No, lean bulk. Lean bulk will be the best way. And if you DM me on Instagram, I'll check it out right after this live. We're also getting close to 10K followers. We're on the path. Let's go, bro. Let's go. So you do want to watch out for the cardio you do, because it sounds like you've been burning a lot. You don't have Insta? Message me your number then. If you're into, or just hey, wait, no, check out the link in my bio. I've got a full free training. That's and then I can reach out to you from there. If you're interested in the free training in my bio, you want more guidance on how to lose fat, build muscle, check that out. Sweet, bro. Let's go. So yeah, I was doing way too much cardio, way too much jogging, because it burns calories, yeah, but it spikes your cortisol. And when you do long cardio like that, it can be a lot of stress on your body. And sometimes it'll get rid of muscle by doing that. So when you burn calories, you lose the one thing that makes you look athletic, muscle. You don't want to be burning too many calories, too intense, and burning your muscle. That's on it. That's how people end up in the skinny fat stage, because they do endless cardio, but they ruin their muscle, and there's no definition. But Gabriel, let's see, you dropped 217. You have quite a bit to lose. Okay. What do you think you need to do to drop the extra amount? Is it going to be your calories, your training? What's been the biggest challenge so far, Gabriel, with dropping the last little bit of stubborn belly fat? Because Have any of you guys lost weight, but you didn't look better? You lost weight, but you dropped pounds, but it still looks like you're kind of skinny fat? That happens when you do too much cardio and not enough weightlifting. Is cardio the answer? It is, but it's about doing the right type of cardio. That's what I've broken down here for you guys. Zone 2 cardio. Because when you do long cardio sessions, sometimes if you overdo it, you can kill your gains, right? We don't want to kill our gains. And cortisol stays high if you do too much, which is the opposite of what we want. I'm still losing, but I'm kind of disappointed. Thought I would be at 200 pounds lean. Yeah, it's gonna take some time. That the stubborn belly fat is the hardest to lose, so it's gonna take a little bit more consistency and a little bit more effort to drop the couple pounds. What's been the hardest part so far, Gabriel? Has it been the nutrition or the training? Because the best thing to do is dial in your calories first. The cardio you do is important, but you can do all the cardio in the world. If your nutrition is all over the place, you're not going to get the results. But if your nutrition is really, really perfect and you pair that with cardio, you can get really, really good results. So the fix is train smarter, not longer. This is how you burn fat properly. Not too hard, not too easy. You're still able to talk during zone 2 cardio. And it's about 60 to 70% of your max heart rate. 15 to 30 minutes, few times a week. It's all you need. Burns fat without burning muscle. Super ideal. Supports your recovery, your hormones. It's the most sustainable way. You can do it. You can do all the zone 2 cardio in the world, and you're not going to kill your gains. It keeps you active without stressing on your body. So it's low impact. Helps with appetite control, digestion. So, I mean, I would just say it's crucial. Everybody should be doing zone 2 cardio. People don't talk about it enough. People always talk about jogging, doing all this intense stuff. But it's really about the low intensity that's the best for burning fat. Who's already been doing 10K steps a day, or who needs to start it up? Liam, do you get 10K steps? Are you getting shredded, bro? That's what it's about, because everybody wants to be shredded, right? Leaner and bigger. No, not at all. How about fasted cardio versus non-fasted? Great question. So, some people say fasted cardio works slightly better. I don't think there's much of a difference, really. It would be such a tiny detail. It all depends on your routine, right? If you can do fasted cardio in the morning and that works better for your routine, you take a fat burner, or some people like taking yohimbean, which is a supplement that will make you sweat more, and that's why they like fasted cardio. But I don't think it really matters as long as you do the cardio. Like you're still gonna burn the same amount of calories. Yeah, exactly. A lot of it is placebo. So you're still going to burn the same amount of calories whether you do the cardio in the morning. The best time to do cardio is either in the morning or after your workout. You just don't want to do cardio directly before weightlifting because you'll be exhausted. You want to have as much energy as possible for weightlifting. It's going to be key. It's going to be key to have all your energy for weightlifting. Always prioritize that. Weight in the right pick. I was about 170. You do 10K steps a day, 20 minutes on the Stairmaster. Is that enough? That is definitely ideal. It all depends on your situation, where you're at. Christian, what does your diet look like? Like, how many calories have you been eating? That's going to be crucial, because if you compare the nutrition with the cardio, oh my goodness, you'll get the best results. But if your nutrition is all over the place, you're kind of eating whatever, you're eyeballing food, and you do cardio, you won't get the best results. You have to have nutrition with the cardio. You can't out-train a bad diet. That's what I always like to remind people. So that you want to do cardio after lifting. Lift first, prioritize muscle, and then, because you don't want to burn all your energy and not be strong. We want to be strong. Being strong will increase your muscle mass. JT, appreciate that follow. JT, what are you doing right now? Are you focused on cutting or bulking? But I'm not saying that cardio is evil. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying that you're doing it wrong if you're doing a shit ton of jogging and you're not recovering from your workout. Like if you jog one day and you notice that it's harder to lift weights, your strength isn't as good, you're barely making it through the workout, you're probably overdoing the cardio. If you're losing your gains, you're overdoing the cardio. We want the cardio that can support weight training, not kill weight training. So my final thoughts are low intensity, LISS cardio is the best for fat loss. Walking, zone 2, light bike rides. These are the best for burning fat. Because you can recover from it. You're not going to kill your hormones. Your testosterone, cortisol, this is all very, very important for your muscle mass. And the zone 2 cardio, it's not gonna fuck up your hormones. So you don't need to suffer to get lean. You just need to be smart, consistent, strategic. So I want to know, who's gonna commit to the zone 2 cardio? Who's gonna commit to walking more to get shredded? Liam, are you gonna walk more? Because what's your goal right now, Liam? Are you focused? Do you want to be leaner? Or do you want to be bigger? Like, do you want to build more muscle? Or do you want to lose fat? Yes, sir. Let's go. You're already very thin? Okay, well then you probably don't need to worry about walking more then. You probably don't. I mean, it's going to be good for you. But ideally, what you need to worry about is eating more then. Yep. It's still important to walk and do cardio even while you bulk up for your health, your cardiovascular health, because you don't want to be big and then walk up a flight of stairs and be out of breath. How long do you do zone 2 for? I do zone 2 for about 15 to 30 minutes. I start small. Don't need to go overkill with zone 2 cardio. Start small with 15 minutes. And then, if I'm still not dropping weight, that's when I'll bump it up. I'll bump it up another 15 minutes. I'll do about 30 minutes. So in total, it's burning about 300 calories for 30 minutes. It's going to be super ideal. Exactly what you want. Let's hold each other accountable. So who's going to commit to it? Jayless, are you focused on losing body fat right now, Jayless? Drop it down below. Drop down below if you're trying to get shredded and cut right now. And drop down below if you're doing zone 2 cardio, the best cardio for fat loss. I'm really putting it out there because if you follow this live and you come back and you start doing zone 2 cardio, you'll get shredded. You're doing it? Okay. How much fat do you want to lose, Jayless? How much weight are you looking to lose? Because the simple formula to figure out how much you need is 220 minus your age, and then you multiply that by 0.6 or 0.7, and that is how you find out your heart rate for the zone 2. Trying to do a 1600 diet, 165 pounds. Holy shit. Sub 20. That is insane. 1600 seems quite intense. Depends on... Wait, Jayless, how tall are you? Because I would just be careful about not dropping your calories down too low for testosterone and for your muscle mass. Because sometimes if you drop too much, your calories too low, it's going to be pretty hard to build muscle. So you want to find the sweet spot. Ideally, you want to be in a slight calorie deficit so you can actually build muscle and lose fat at the same time while you cut down. The calories and the protein and the food is going to be super ideal. Okay, you're 5'5". That makes more sense than on why you have to drop down your calories a little low. Maintaining 1 gram of protein. Perfect. Perfect. 5'5" at 165. Then yeah, let me calculate here what's gonna be ideal for you. Yeah, 1600 is pretty insane. I'm not gonna lie. You could probably do more like 1900 calories and drop down about a pound to 2 pounds per week, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to screw up your metabolism. You want to make sure that you can lose fat with as many carbs as possible to maintain that muscle mass as you're cutting down. So I think that if you did 1900 calories, you drop down about a pound to 2 pounds per week, you maintain a lot more, you even build muscle while you're losing fat, that's going to be ideal. And the maintaining 1 gram of protein per pound is awesome. If you're looking for a nutrition guide, and Jayless, if you want to find the best foods for, losing fat, building muscle, DM me on Instagram, and I can send you over my nutrition guide. It's got a list of foods, and it's got a grocery list, and it's got the best foods for eating out, because you can still eat fast food and lose weight as long as you have the best high protein options. That's the way to do it. People think you can't eat out. People think you have to do carnivore or keto. I don't agree. I think it's great to have the flexibility there. I think that's going to make it easier to lose body fat as well. If you can still go out and eat fast food, just have the right options. That's going to be the best thing for it. If you're down, shoot me a DM and I can send it to you right after this live. A lot of people have a hard time with that. A lot of people get tired of having the same foods because it's bland. And that's where you get stuck. If it's not sustainable, if you're tired of your diet, then that's where you got to switch some things up. Awesome, bro. How old are you, by the way? Are you in college right now as well, or are you just working? Because as you get older, definitely a lot harder. Your metabolism slows down. But that doesn't mean you still can't get shredded. Key is just doing the zone 2 cardio, still lifting, hitting the 10K steps. It's really the key. A lot of people use that excuse as they get older. They blame their metabolism. But it is true. Your metabolism does slow down. And it definitely is harder, yeah. But a lot of the reason why is because when we were in high school, we were doing sports, we were staying active, we were moving more, walking to classes. And as you get older, you get a job, you get a family, you're not moving around as much. The best way to do it is find the time, incorporate more walks that could be walking on lunch breaks and things like that, or doing a morning walk, setting your circadian rhythm, improving your sleep, because sleep is another thing that is absolutely crucial. If you can get 8 hours of sleep, it's going to be a lot easier to lose body fat. If you're getting 5 hours of sleep, chugging caffeine, making it barely through the day, definitely a lot harder. You want to be recovering properly. It's going to be ideal. Okay, bro, listen. What's up, NCAR? NRCO, what's up? What do you want to say? Because I'm just giving all the best tips, all the sauce to get the best physique possible, because that's what it's about. It's about seeing how far you can go, reaching your maximum potential, seeing how much you can improve your physique. And that's the thing, a lot of people get stuck. They're already going to the gym. They're already doing good. They're trying, but the physique isn't changing. It's mostly because they're not applying progressive overload, or they're not switching up their nutrition, and that's what's holding them back. And maybe they're not doing enough zone 2 cardio. Eating 700 calories a day, 10K steps, high protein, let's go. How much weight loss in 3 weeks? Wait, hold on. Did you say you're eating 700 calories a day? What the fuck? I wouldn't recommend that, man. I wouldn't recommend that. Here's the thing. A client came to me. He's 38. And he was eating 800 calories a day, burning 1,000. And the reason why that wasn't working for him is because his metabolism slowed down. What you don't want to do is screw up your metabolism. Your body will adapt. What you could do is you could eat more food while losing fat. And so when you increase your carbs, you can add in a refeed, eat at maintenance, and you're going to be increasing your daily expenditure. So what you want is to focus on building more muscle, because with 700 calories a day, your calories are going to be way too low to build enough muscle. If you bumped it up to, I mean, I don't know how tall you are and what your weight is, but based on your weight, your height, your activity level, that's where you're going to want to increase your calories. At least 1,400. It all depends. It all depends. For me, I'm 6'1". To maintain my weight, it's about 2,700 calories. So ideally, I don't really want to drop my calories down too low. I don't really want to drop my calories down like more than like a 500 deficit is most of the time really all you need. You want to lose about 1 pound to 2 pounds per week. If you're dropping more than 2 pounds, depending on where you're at, it could be too much and you could be risking muscle loss. That's why I highly don't recommend dropping your calories down too low, because you don't want to risk muscle loss. So you'll lose weight, sure, but if you're losing fat and muscle, not going to be ideal. What you want to do is just lose fat, because if you do that, if you lose weight, you lose muscle too, you're still going to end up in the skinny fat stage. But if you prioritize weightlifting, eating enough to fuel your body, to build muscle while you cut down, then you're going to get shredded. Then you're going to be toned looking like a Greek god. But you have to dial in everything. That's why I've created, and if anybody wants like this full step-by-step guide, blueprint, so you can actually drop down 20-30 pounds of belly fat, pack on muscle, apply for coaching, link in my bio, if you want a tailored plan and you're serious about it. But I am only taking on 5 more people. So if that's you, check it out, or DM me on Instagram. That is going to be the best way. If you want a nutrition guide, DM me on Instagram, and I can send it over. But I appreciate you guys stopping by, checking out the live. If you drop a follow, appreciate it. Let's go. But we're ending it here. Peace, chat.